Hey, how's it going, guys? So in this video, we are unboxing DJI's newest action camera, the Osmo Action 4. This is my second Osmo Action 4 after my first one failed within a week of me owning it. So I returned the first one, I got a full refund, and guess what? After I got my refund, for which I purchased the Action 4 at full price of $399, DJI decided to drop the price of the Osmo Action 4 $100 to $299. So I bought it again, but this time I saved about $100 and I got a brand new unit. And I'm gonna take this open. I'm gonna open this up and just unbox this Osmo Action 4 with you guys for the second time. And when I did my first unboxing, I don't think I've published that video yet, or if I'm ever going to publish it because it was too long. But this time I've been using the Osmo Action 4 for a while, and I just want to show you guys the unboxing experience. Okay, so it is a great camera, and as you can see, I bought it for the second time only because I love this camera so much. The video stabilization with 4K is fantastic. The manual system just kills the GoPro Hero 12 that I had prior to this, and which makes this a fantastic experience to use. Very simple packaging, very environmentally friendly. It's a small packaging, and everything is cramped inside this little box. And I'll show you guys what's inside. You pretty much just pull this to open up the side. And everything is contained within a paper box and the Osmo Action 4 itself. This is the device itself, fully protected with plastic casing and protectors on the front. And also you get a accessory box. And you have a instruction on how to download the DJI Mimo app or whatever app that is called. We're gonna leave everything aside and just show you guys what's in the accessory box. You get warranty card, user manual, a sticker with 2 DJI logos. You get a USB charging cable, USB-C to USB-C. In here is the locking screw for the mount. And you get a plastic cage, protective cage. Within this cage is everything else that they cramped in here. I'm going to show you guys. Oops, dropped one. You get this is kind of like a lens protector thing. I don't know what it's for. I've never used it with my first DJI Osmo Action 4. So I'm going to leave it aside. You have a brand new battery. You probably need to charge it first before you use it for the first time. But I'm assuming it probably got half of the juice in here. Have a helmet mount, which you mount, to any kind of helmet with a curve, and you have your magnetic mounting tool. I love this magnetic mounting tool because you don't need. It's very easy to attach and detach this mount with the Osmo Action 4. I'm going to show you guys very quickly. But there is a downside to this magnetic mount, and I'm also going to show you guys. So I'm going to open up the Osmo Action 4, the camera itself. It's packed pretty well. Here you go. Very nice. Okay, so the camera itself comes with the magnetic mounting point only on the bottom. Okay, so you have this magnetic mounting point you can mount it fairly easily. It kind of just snaps in here. And once it finds that little snapping area, it grips and it clamps very nicely and securely. The mount itself is plastic, okay? To detach it, you just need to press those two gripping areas and pull it out very easily. The downside, as I mentioned, there are a couple with this magnetic mount. It's great, however, it's got downside, is you can't mount it vertically directly using the magnetic mount on the Osmo Action 4. And that is why they provide you with this plastic case. This plastic case enables you to mount the Osmo Action 4 vertically by providing a magnetic mount on the plastic casing. So exact same mounting, and also it's polarized, so you can only put it in here one way. Like if you put it the other way, it's going to push it away like a magnet. So only one way you can put it in here, and again, it just grabs it and locks it in place very nicely and securely. So if you're a vlogger that use a lot of vertical format, I think this plastic casing is going to be helpful because it enables you to mount vertically. If you're an action sports user, this casing is optional because you can directly just mount it vertically and use it whatever. And if you have a chest mount, you can probably just mount it vertically without, again, this case. The case is very easy to use. It's pressure fitted, so there is a mechanism over here that releases the pressure. And whenever you're ready, you just drop this in here, aligning the aligning the power button to the power button, and just push it in there from the front. Okay, you can't push it from the back, you can only push from the front, and you just lock it, and it's firmly locked. With the case, you can easily mount vertically with the mounting point on the case, or you can mount horizontally with the mounting point on the bottom directly on the Osmo, because there's a little cutout for you to mount this. As I mentioned, there's a downside, and it's not a small downside. That is, whatever is provided here does not have a tripod mount. The standard tripod mount is missing on the Osmo Action 4. So if you use tripod mount quite a lot, you need an additional accessory from somewhere else. Maybe Small Rig does I think a aluminum cage with a tripod mount with magnetic mounting points on the two locations, but I don't know if it's compatible with original DJI's magnetic mounting point. The Small Rig's magnetic mount might be proprietary, so keep that in mind. I haven't done research because I don't need a tripod mount, but if you need a tripod mount, this camera itself, you cannot do it. You need to spend extra money to get a tripod mount. Okay, so taking this out of the cage, very easy. You just unlock it and push it out from the front. I'm going to put the battery in and just quickly test it, but I can't use it without activation. I can use it for maybe about 3 times before the device is going to lock up and force me to activate. To open the battery cage, very easy. You have the battery cage access area here. You press this and you just flip it up. Okay, once it's flipped up, you can open it up and just drop the battery in here with the correct direction. Okay, you put it in there. And I also have a SD card. This is the Transcend 256 gig that I've used in the previous Osmo Action 4 that I bought and I returned. You put the memory card in, whichever way that is correct, the logo facing the battery, and you push it in, it locks in place, and you lock this nicely and securely in here to enable waterproofness. Now I must warn you, my last unit is dead, probably because I used it in the water. There's no proof because after I used it in the water for about 5 minutes, submerged in less than 1 feet, the Osmo Action 4 died. but it didn't die right away. It died after I also went out and did a small hike. The Osmo Action 4 died during the hiking when I was doing some time lapse and also some actual 4K video recording. It just stopped working. And I'm gonna post, I'm gonna keep the Osmo Action 4 links down below so you can have a reference on what I use it for and the symptom after it died. This one, I'm gonna pay extra attention when I use it in the water. So it claims to have 55 foot at least of waterproofness when all the doors are properly closed. And I'm pretty sure at the first Osmo Action 4 I have, the door is properly closed. Otherwise, you know, why are you gonna use it in the water if it doesn't provide a secure waterproof ability, right? I'm gonna remove the lens cover and just gonna put it aside. The lens itself has a lens protector. This lens protector, again, if you're going into the water, make sure it's very nicely and firmly screwed in clockwise onto the lens. Otherwise, it's not waterproof. The device, the only area or two areas that are susceptible to water intrusion are the USB ports, which is on the other side. You access to charge if you don't have a dedicated charger, and also the battery compartment right here. If you see the red line, that means the battery door is open. Anytime you see this red line, it means it's not waterproof, it's not safe. You need to make sure that red line is not shown, okay? Another way I suggest that you go out and about when you buy this and you're gonna plan on using it in the water or at any kind of extreme situations is buy the DJI Refresh program. I purchased the 1-year refresh program at about $25. I think it's gonna be well worth the cost because you get a direct shipment with no questions asked and a very small replacement cost if your DJI is died for any reason and you need a replacement in a hurry. So I highly suggest you go out and buy it. Otherwise, the original warranty is 1 year. It does not cover misuse, which means if you had this out in the open without waterproofness of the seal and the water intrusion happened inside, DJI might decline your coverage. So just for $25, you buy a peace of mind for 1 year, and for $36, you buy peace of mind for 2 years for a no questions asked replacement program. For 2 years, you get 4 replacements. For 1 year, you get 2 replacements at a small replacement cost fee. So I think it's worth it. You should definitely buy it, especially if you're doing extreme sports and water sports. What I love about this is the front and the back of the screen are all touch screen, and it's very easy to preview if you're doing vlogging in the front and you want to see yourself. It's extremely easy to do. Another advantage is I'm able to not only pair my DJI wireless mic with my Pocket 3 that I'm using to record this footage, but also pair this wireless mic 2 with the DJI Osmo Action 4. And DJI just released the wireless mic 2 as an individual product, so you can go out and buy it for $99, and you can pair it with this, you can pair it with the Osmo Pocket 3 without having to buy an additional receiver, which is fantastic. And the audio quality, I also tested in the previous DJI Osmo Action 4 to be fantastic with the Osmo, or with the DJI Mic 2. I can put the Mic 2 inside, hide inside my chest, and go do a cycling and hear myself very clearly without any kind of wind noise, which is fantastic if you use this for cycling, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and just set it up really quick. All right, so I just skipped the setup process because, again, I'm already very familiar with the setup process. I want to show you guys how this device in general performs, which, again, is a great action camera. The manual system is very intuitive right now. So it shows every information you need on the main screen. You have an option to swipe down. You have an option to click this to bring up the quick access menu. I'm gonna hit the power off button. It powers off instantly, and if I hit power on, you're able to actually start recording in less than 1 second. And that's after you activate, of course. Now it says I have 4 times to activate, but I'm going to use it another time so I can show you guys, whatever the setup there is. The front-facing LCD is really, really great and useful, especially for vlogging. And I mean, if you're doing it vertically, obviously it switches the formatting as well. And did I mention it's full screen? So you can control a lot of functions. Let's see. You can control a lot of functions here. You can even go into the setup here in the front if you don't want to switch to the back screen, which makes setup like quite a lot easier. Okay, so on the bottom you have a quick access to all the resolutions, the frame rates. On the side you have quick access to menus, color profiles, and on the top you have access to the voice control, the manual system, the setup, the rotation log, and quick access profiles. So again, I think so far on the market, the Osmo Action 4 is the most viable option and most cost-effective at less than $300 for such a feature-packed action camera. And again, I'm going to continue to use this alongside my Pocket 3 as my go-to action camera if I go out and do cycling, do my bicycle reviews, and do kayaking on the water. I'm definitely not bringing my Pocket 3. I'm going to be bringing the Osmo Action 4. And with the Action 4, I have a whole bunch of accessories that I also recommend. I'm going to show you guys really quick the most useful accessory that I think you guys should have. All right, so in the last section, just showing you guys, I just paired with my phone of my Osmo Action 4, and I'm updating the firmware to the newest one. The new firmware actually claimed to improve the stability of the transmission of the new DJI Mic 2 transmitter. So hopefully, if I pair the Mic 2 with the DJI Osmo Action 4, it's going to provide a better connection. But even before the update, I had no issue using the Mic 2 with the Osmo Action 4. And as I said, at the very end, I'm going to show you guys my recommended accessory to get when you're ordering the Osmo Action 4. Okay. Personally, I think the most useful 2 accessories are not from DJI, but they're actually from GoPro. Okay. So before I had my GoPro Hero 12, and also before that I had the GoPro Hero 9, both of which used the exact same mount. And this is a back strap mount. So if you're hiking, if you're, bicycle commuting and you use a back strap, this strap mount is extremely helpful. Because instead of using a chest mount, which I also have and recommend, which is bulky, you can just use this to clip directly onto your back strap without having to use any kind of additional things or bring any kind of additional hassle with you on your trip. And so the strap mount is extremely useful. I think it comes with one of those GoPro like default mounting system. Let me take it out. So it comes with a clip and it comes with a GoPro mount for also the DJI magnetic mounting system. So it is compatible. So you can directly just put one into each other and you can mount your DJI directly on the GoPro mount very easily. It's a standard mount. So, and the firmware just finished updating on the Osmo Action 4, but we're pretty much done with the camera itself. So yeah, it's very easy to do. So if you have any kind of a GoPro accessory that would provide you with a tripod mount on the end of the GoPro accessory, I think it's a viable option as opposed to buying a dedicated tripod mount for the Osmo Action 4. You can just use any of the GoPro accessory, which includes a tripod mount in any of their accessories, which I think is going to work better and save you in the long run without spending a lot of money. So the strap mount is really highly recommended. It doesn't cost much. You can get it used probably somewhere on the marketplace for like $15 or less. I got this one for like, I think $12. They're retailing for around 20 bucks and up, but it's really good to have. And it provides a very strong grip as well. Like, that's a very strong clip. So if you clip it on your strap, it's not gonna fall off unless you use some extremely strong force to pull it off. Nice to have. The downside is it's not centered when you try to do a recording. It's usually like mounted slightly off on the side, left or right on your strap, instead of right in the center as opposed to a chest mount, which we come to the last recommended accessory from me, which is a GoPro chest mount. This chest mount uses a strap system and a buckle that's plastic, easily clips in here and locks in place. When you use this, it provides an excellent centered field of view that's angle adjustable up and down, and also turnable. You can turn this one way or the other. Maybe it's not turnable. The strap mount is turnable, I believe. So let's see. Yeah, so the strap mount is turnable, but this one is fixed at a 90-degree angle. So if you want to secure fixed location, the chest mount from the chesty from GoPro is definitely a great option. And you can get this brand new for less than $30. A great investment. If I'm doing mountain biking, I usually bring this chest mount with me, and instead of using the strap mount to mount on my water pack, the center mount provides a much better field of view with adjustable angle. So those are my two recommended options for if you're ordering an Osmo Action 4, along with my recommendation on buying the DJI Refresh, the additional insurance from DJI. I think you're gonna have a great time using the Osmo Action 4, as I did for, unfortunately, that 1 week period where the first unit died, and I got this one for less than $300, which I think is, you know, the best money can buy for less than $300 on the market. There are other options which all costs more than $300, and they have their advantage, but I think in terms of ease of use and image quality and the price and the cost, you just cannot beat the Osmo Action 4. Okay, so for that reason, I highly recommend the Osmo Action 4, and I hope you guys found this unboxing and also the tips video helpful for you guys. If you did, please do hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, because I have more outdoor related videos coming out constantly. So definitely do that. And again, thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.